strong warning. Did you know that a familiar type of meat in your kitchen can increase your risk of heart disease by more than 60%? That's not just a headline. It's a chilling finding from researchers at the Cleveland Clinic, who found that certain processed meats significantly raise levels of TMAO, a compound that damages arteries and increases the chance of stroke and sudden cardiac events, especially in adults over 65. For many seniors, meat is more than a food. It's comfort, routine, tradition. But what if that very routine is silently harming your heart, joints, and brain? Today's video is a warm but urgent guide for older adults. 3 meats you should never touch and 3 you must eat to stay strong, sharp, and independent. You'll learn which meats quietly inflame your body, clog your circulation, or weaken muscle recovery, and which meats actually support healthy aging, improve energy, and reduce your risk of chronic disease. We're not here to judge or scare, but to educate, because when you understand the why, it becomes easier to make better choices for yourself and those you love. In senior communities across the US, the UK, and New Zealand, small changes like switching meats have led to big improvements in cholesterol, blood pressure, and even memory. And at the very end of this video, we'll reveal one very dangerous type of meat that rarely gets mentioned but may be sitting in your fridge right now. So stay with us, because up next is why meat becomes more dangerous after 65 and how to protect yourself starting today. Here's something most people don't realize until it's too late. After age 65, your digestive system slows down dramatically, and your liver and kidneys become less efficient at filtering toxins. According to the National Institute on Aging, older adults produce less stomach acid, leading to incomplete digestion of meat proteins, which can ferment in the gut, causing bloating, discomfort, and even harmful bacteria buildup. Have you ever noticed feeling unusually heavy, gassy, or sluggish after a meat-heavy meal? That's not just agates your body struggling to keep up. At the same time, the body's natural detox systems, especially the liver, lose about 20–30% of their efficiency. That's a big deal when it comes to meat, especially processed varieties that often contain preservatives like sodium nitrite, added hormones, or antibiotic residues. These toxins linger longer in an aging body, increasing inflammation levels and putting extra pressure on the heart, joints, and brain. A recent study from King's College London linked frequent consumption of low-quality meats to higher markers of systemic inflammation in older adults, a key risk factor for everything from arthritis to Alzheimer's. But here's the good news. Meat doesn't have to be the enemy. It just has to be the right kind, prepared the right way. Seniors across the US, Australia, and the UK are learning to swap harmful meats for nourishing ones, and their energy, digestion, and clarity are improving. What about you? Have you noticed a change in how meat makes you feel? Let me know in the comments, and don't go anywhere, because up next are the 3 meats most harmful to people over 65. Bacon, the silent killer behind the aroma. It's one of the most beloved breakfast items in the world. But here's a fact that might shock you. The World Health Organization officially classifies bacon as a group 1 carcinogen, right, alongside cigarettes and asbestos. That's not an exaggeration. It's a warning backed by years of data showing the devastating effects of processed, cured meats on the human body, especially after age 65. Why is bacon so harmful for older adults? Let's break it down. Bacon contains nitrates and nitrites, chemicals used to preserve that pink color and irresistible sizzle. But once inside the body, they can convert into nitrosamines, compounds directly linked to cancers of the colon, stomach, and pancreas. On top of that, bacon is one of the richest sources of AGEs, advanced glycation end products, especially when fried or grilled. AGEs accelerate cellular aging, increase inflammation, and are now being linked to cognitive decline, including Alzheimer's, and we can't forget saturated fat. A single serving of bacon delivers a hefty dose of it, which clogs arteries, raises LDL, bad cholesterol, and increases the risk of atherosclerosis, the hardening of arteries that restricts blood flow to the heart and brain. For people over 65, even a minor blockage can trigger stroke, heart failure, or vascular dementia. You might ask, isn't it okay if I only eat a few strips here and there? Unfortunately, the science says no. Harvard researchers found that eating just 3 pieces of bacon per week raises the risk of cardiovascular disease and stroke in older adults by 18–20%. The aging body digests fats more slowly, clears toxins less efficiently, and is more vulnerable to inflammatory damage. In community nutrition workshops across California, the UK, and New Zealand, seniors are being taught to rethink bacon not as a harmless breakfast treat, but as a slow-moving health hazard. Many are now turning to alternatives like turkey bacon, nitrate-free, plant-based options, or even avocado and eggs for heart-healthy breakfasts. So what do you think? Have you ever experienced bloating, fatigue, or brain fog after a bacon-heavy meal? Or are you considering making a swap after hearing this? Let me know in the comments. Your story might help others take a second look at what's really on their plate. And don't go anywhere, because up next, we'll explore another hidden threat: processed meats. They may seem convenient, but what you'll learn might just change your lunch routine for good. Processed meat. Convenient, but expensive. Here's something most people don't realize. Eating just 50 grams of processed meat a day, about 2 slices of ham, or 1 sausage, rises your risk of colorectal cancer by 18%. That startling fact comes from the International Agency for Research on Cancer, part of the World Health Organization. But cancer is just one piece of the puzzle. For adults over 65, the true cost of processed meats goes far beyond what we see on the label. Processed meats like sausages, cold cuts, salami, ham, and deli slice are often staples in sandwiches and quick meals. They're convenient, yes, but loaded with preservatives, artificial smoke flavoring, high sodium, and nitrates that silently harm your body over time. High salt content can lead to water retention, swelling in the legs and feet, and puts dangerous pressure on the heart. Over time, this contributes to high blood pressure, kidney strain, and a greater risk of stroke, especially in seniors. Nitrates and nitrites, commonly added to processed meats for preservation and color, convert into carcinogenic compounds in the gut. They've been directly linked to bowel cancer, chronic inflammation, and even cognitive decline in older adults. And because these meats are so commonly used in toast, in lunchboxes, or party platters, they quietly accumulate toxins in the body, day after day, without us realizing it. In community wellness programs across New Zealand, Canada, and the US, seniors are being shown how to read food labels, avoid misleading health claims, and prepare simple homemade alternatives like roasted chicken or lentil-based spreads. It's not about restriction, it's about regaining control over your health, one meal at a time. Have you ever looked at your fridge and realized how many meals rely on processed meat? Or noticed swelling or brain fog that could be tied to salt and chemical overload? Let me know in the comments. Your reflection could inspire someone else. And don't leave yet, because next, we'll reveal the truth about industrial red meat. It may seem hearty and wholesome, but what's really behind that marbled steak could be sabotaging your health more than you know. Stay with Use It's eye-opening. Here's something surprising. For adults over 65, eating rare industrial red meat may be more dangerous than eating fast food. That's because what looks like a luxurious steak or premium lamb chop can actually be a hidden source of toxins, bacteria, and inflammation, especially harmful to an aging body that's more vulnerable than we think. When red meat is undercooked, it may still harbor dangerous bacteria like E. coli and Listeria pathogens that younger immune systems might handle, but which can lead to serious infections or even hospitalization in older adults. And if that meat comes from industrial farms, the risk rises further. These meats often contain residues of hormones and antibiotics used in mass production, which can disrupt the gut microbiome, promote inflammation, and place additional stress on organs already slowing down. Even if it's cooked, how it's cooked matters. High-heat methods like pan-frying and grilling produce carcinogenic compounds called HCAs, heterocyclic amines, and PAHs, polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, which damage cells and have been linked to cancers, especially in those over 60. And let's not forget what's already inside the meat. Arachidonic acid, a pro-inflammatory fatty acid, and heme iron, which in excess can cause oxidative stress, a condition where free radicals damage tissues, increasing the risk of heart disease, memory decline, and joint issues. This combination raw or poorly cooked meat, industrial processing, and harsh preparation methods makes red meat especially hard to digest for seniors. It burdens the liver, kidneys, and gastrointestinal tract, which are already less efficient with age. Fortunately, awareness is growing. In community kitchens and health education programs across Australia, Canada, and the UK, older adults are learning how to reduce their red meat intake, source grass-fed alternatives, and adopt safer cooking methods like stewing or slow roasting. Have you ever felt sluggish or bloated after a grilled steak or roast dinner? Could your body be trying to tell you something? Let me know in the comments. Your story might resonate with someone else watching today. And here's the best part. You don't have to give up meat to protect your health. Coming up next, we'll reveal 3 types of meat that are actually good for seniors, supporting muscle strength, heart health, and brain function. You won't want to miss it. Wild-caught salmon nourishes the brain, protects the heart, reduces inflammation. Here's a hopeful fact that might brighten your day. Regularly eating wild-caught salmon can actually slow brain aging by up to 7 years. That's according to researchers at Rush University Medical Center, who found that seniors who consumed fish rich in omega-3s had significantly less cognitive decline than those who didn't. And among all fish, wild-caught salmon stands out as one of the most powerful super proteins for people over 65. What makes salmon so special? First, it's incredibly rich in omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA. These nutrients are like fuel for your brain and bloodstream. DHA helps maintain memory and sharp thinking, while EPA has strong anti-inflammatory effect, protecting blood vessels, easing joint stiffness, and even improving mood. In fact, studies from Scandinavia and Japan show that seniors who eat salmon 2-3 times per week have lower rates of Alzheimer's disease, depression, and cardiovascular problems. Salmon also contains astaxanthin, a naturally occurring red pigment and antioxidant. Astaxanthin fights oxidative stress zone of the root causes of aging and may reduce wrinkles, improve circulation, and enhance eye and skin health. Unlike farmed fish or processed meats, wild-caught salmon is low in saturated fat, free of hormones, and much easier for the digestive system to handle, especially for older adults with sluggish digestion or sensitive stomachs. It's also versatile and easy to enjoy. Whether lightly steamed, baked, or tossed into a fresh green salad, salmon fits beautifully into a heart-smart diet. Dietitians across the UK, Canada, and New Zealand now recommend including wild-caught salmon in senior meal plans at least 2 to 3 times a week for long-term vitality. So let me ask, have you tried adding salmon to your meals regularly? Or do you have a favorite way to prepare it that's both tasty and gentle on your stomach? Let me know in the comments. Your recipe or tip could help someone else feel better too. And don't go anywhere, we've only just started discovering the meats that actually heal the body. Up next, free-range chicken clean, protein, rich meat that's wonderful for your muscles, bones, and immune system. You'll want to hear why it's a favorite among long-lived cultures around the world. Free-range chicken, clean protein for muscles and immunity. Here's something worth celebrating. Just 1 serving of free-range chicken can provide up to 40% of your daily protein needs without the harmful additives found in industrial meats. For older adults, that's a big deal. As we age, muscle loss, sarcopenia, becomes a real concern, making strength, balance, and independence harder to maintain. But free-range chicken is a gentle, nourishing way to fight back. Unlike factory-farmed chicken, free-range poultry is raised without growth hormones or unnecessary antibiotics, making it safer and easier to digest. It's packed with high-quality, easily absorbed protein, especially leucine, a powerful amino acid, shown in studies from Tufts University, to help stimulate muscle repair and reduce the effects of sarcopenia in seniors. But the benefits don't stop there. Free-range chicken is rich in vitamin B6, niacin, and zinc nutrients that support immune strength, brain function, and mood stability. It's also naturally soft, making it ideal for those with chewing or swallowing difficulties, a common issue in later life. In senior cooking classes across Canada and Australia, more and more people are turning to simple chicken soups, oven-roasted breast, or slow-cooked stews as daily staples. It's not just a healthy habit, it's a delicious one too. So, how often do you enjoy free-range chicken? Have you noticed any difference in energy or digestion compared to conventional meat? Let me know in the comments. Your experience could help guide someone else toward better choices. And don't go anywhere, because next, we'll explore one of nature's most powerful superfoods, organic beef liver. Often overlooked, this nutrient-packed food is like a natural multivitamin that can restore vitality and protect aging bodies from the inside out. You won't want to miss it. Did you know that just 100 grams of organic beef liver contains more vitamin B12 than any supplement on the market? For older adults, this humble organ meat is one of nature's most powerful remedies, often overlooked, yet packed with nutrients that directly support brain function, energy, and immune resilience. Organic beef liver is incredibly rich in vitamin B12, heme iron, vitamin A, folate, and choline, a nutritional combination rarely found in any other single food. Together, these nutrients can improve memory, prevent anemia, sharpen mental clarity, and even protect the liver and nervous system. Research from the University of Copenhagen shows that seniors with higher B12 and folate levels have better memory recall and reduced risk of dementia. Unlike synthetic supplements, the nutrients in liver are highly bioavailable, meaning the body absorbs and uses them more efficiently. Heme iron, in particular, is much easier for older adults to digest and utilize than plant-based iron, making liver especially helpful for those managing fatigue, dizziness, or low hemoglobin levels. And don't worry, preparing it can be simple and tasty. Many senior cooking classes in New Zealand, Ireland, and parts of the US are bringing liver back into the kitchen through familiar dishes like liver and onions, pâté on toast, or slow-cooked liver stew. Just 100 grams, once or twice a week, is enough to reap the benefits without overdoing it. Are you someone who grew up eating liver but stopped over the years? Or maybe you've never tried it but are curious now. Let me know in the comments. Your story might encourage someone else to give this superfood a second chance. And don't click away yet, because up next, we're diving into some essential extended tips and common warnings every senior should know when it comes to meat. From safe cooking methods to portion sizes, these final insights can make all the difference. Stay with us, you're almost there. Here's a surprising truth. That lean and healthy packaged turkey you bought might be just as harmful as bacon. Many older adults believe that deli meats like turkey or chicken slices are safe protein sources. But the reality is most of these are still processed meats, often loaded with sodium, nitrates, and preservatives that quietly increase your risk of stroke, high blood pressure, and colorectal cancer. According to the World Health Organization, just 50 grams per day of processed meat, about 2 thin slices, is enough to raise cancer risk by 18%. Another common mistake? Avoiding meat entirely. While reducing harmful meats is wise, eliminating meat without replacing the protein can lead to muscle loss, weakness, and slower recovery from illness, especially dangerous after 65. According to the National Institute on Aging, older adults need 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily to maintain strength and function. And let's not forget cooking methods. That delicious char on your grilled steak or crispy bacon? It's likely loaded with HCAs and PAHs, chemical compounds formed when meat is burned or overly browned and linked to cancer risk in studies across North America and Europe. Let's learn together. Have you made any of these mistakes? Share in the comments so others in our community can grow with you. Here's something uplifting. How you pair your meat matters just as much as the meat itself. When combined wisely, meat can become a powerful ally in healthy aging rather than a burden. Nutrition researchers from the Blue Zones Project, which studies the longest living people in places like Okinawa, Japan, and Ikaria, Greece, found that seniors who ate modest portions of meat with green vegetables, lentils, olive oil, and whole grains had significantly lower rates of heart disease, inflammation, and memory decline. Why does this work? Fiber from vegetables and legumes helps slow the absorption of fats, while olive oil supports heart health and reduces the formation of harmful compounds during cooking. Eating meals at regular times, staying well hydrated, and avoiding heavy meat dishes late at night can also ease digestion, improve sleep, and prevent overnight blood pressure spikes. Cooking method matters too. Opt for steaming, boiling, or light, stir-frying over frying or grilling, which can create toxic compounds like HCAs and PAHs. This gentle approach protects both your taste buds and your cells. In many senior nutrition workshops in the UK and New Zealand, these principles are becoming cornerstones of healthy meal planning. What's your favorite way to build a balanced plate? Share in the comments to help inspire others in our community. Here's something that may stay with you. Every bite is a choice to nourish your body or to silently harm it over time. It may seem small, but the meat we eat each day has a powerful impact on how we age. Studies from Harvard and the World Health Organization have shown that processed and industrial meats can increase the risk of stroke, cancer, and cognitive decline by as much as 18–20%. But the good news? You can start changing that today. Take a moment after this video to open your refrigerator. What's in there that might need replacing? Could one small change, a switch to wild-caught salmon, or removing packaged deli meat help your body work better tomorrow than it did today? Have you already made changes in your diet? Have you eliminated any meats that didn't serve your health? Share in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else to begin. In senior communities from Canada to New Zealand, education is empowering people to choose better and feel better one meal at a time. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more trusted senior health tips. And remember, it's never too late to take control of your health, starting with the next bite.